Wow.
Meow, meow. So I did that, and not that. That.
I love how half of the characters of your Twitch description aren't loading for me, so it just looks like gibberish.
Yeah, I think it's because it's like special little symbols. Don't worry, they don't load for anyone, honestly. I don't know why it's like that. It wants to be special, I guess. It wants to be different.
M. Night Shyamalan with his new, very cringy sounding movie.
What movie?
Older.
Oh, I saw a trailer for that
Or
earlier.
old.
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, honestly. I
It
saw
took one look.
Yeah, I saw it
It's
earlier
like-
and it was just like, not really my cup
This
of
little
tea.
boy is now an adult. This little girl is now a teenager and somehow pregnant. I'm not a fan.
What the fuck? That's so fucking weird. That's a weird concept for a movie. I feel like critics are gonna be like, oh my god, this is a fucking amazing movie. And it's like, no, it's fucking weird.
And it's Shyamalan, so who knows what the twist will be.
Yeah. Hey, Checha, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
Hi, Checha.
But yeah.
Ooh, hang on.
Aki. How are you guys? It's been a hot minute. Guess who's in Spain now? I'm visiting the fam and having a great time. That's good. Hey, Grim. How are you? I hope you're doing good this fine evening or morning, wherever you're at. Oh yeah, chat, I'm letting you know now. If you've looked in my Discord server, you might see there's something new. If not, I'll just give you a little sneak peek. I'm planning on playing, the Nekopara Catboy game that came out. And I have my selection of voice actors, and Grim is one of them.
What?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
No, I missed it. The what?
Oh, I'm playing, I'm setting up the new Nekopara game. Well, luckily it doesn't have anything like, gross in it or anything. So I got a bunch of friends and they're gonna voice act, the other cat boys for me. And I'm gonna be the protagonist because I'm pretty sure the protagonist is a girl. But,
God.
It's gonna be great. I have my voice actors picked and Grim in chat here is one of them. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a fun time.
You know what would make that game 10 times better?
Yeah.
Because I'm only assuming from the description that it's a harem thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a harem game. It's probably more of just a dating sim.
Right.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be amazing if the main character turned out to be a lesbian?
That would sound pretty good. And then she'd just be like, I'm gonna go to the cat girl place across the street.
I know there's at least one manga out there that's a harem manga, but the main character is gay and nobody really realizes it.
That sounds hilarious, honestly.
And I want more of that.
Yeah.
Just like the standard attractions of Hollywood with a flat out rejection.
Oh my god, that would
For
be
whatever
amazing.
reason.
It's just like, actually, I'm a lesbian, so I don't know what y'all got going on here, but I'm gonna go to the cat girl store across the street. Not the
Nothing's
store,
better
but the restaurant.
Nothing's better than those like, it's on me. Great! You gonna stick around?
Oh my god.
Nope.
Nope.
Leaves.
Yep, out. Bye. Oh man.
Anyway,
shrimping over characters from an apocalypse. Yay!
We're gonna go date the doctor.
Yay! Doctor Who? Nani?
Uh,
I actually haven't seen Doctor Who, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Chicha.
Ba, 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 ba,
I'm
ba,
sorry,
ba,
Chicha.
ba, 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 na, 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 na. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. There we go.
Heck yeah. You ready to get started?
Heck yeah.
Hooray! Back in it again. At the start of it all.
Oh wait, shoot. How did I set this up before? Ah, crap. Give me a second.
Definitely not like this.
No.
I'll just wait here.
Was it like this? No. I think I just had it like this, but just made our heads tinier.
You definitely didn't have the right side showing.
I didn't have the right side showing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Right. I knew something looked different. Okay.
It's like, wait a minute.
I don't know if I had it. We can just keep going, because it's just, you know.
It looks fine.
Okay, yeah. I think I just might need to make our heads a little smaller. For the text, anyway.
My head's small enough.
I know. There we go. This should be okay, I think. So we're just gonna do normal, right? So like whatever I want for this first route.
If that's normal, yeah.
I miss them too. We're talking about the people up at the surface, yeah, or just our stuff, I think.
You want to go explore, because that's how you first meet Micah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, let us do that, indeed.
You've never done this before.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never done this before. Oh, shit, what the fuck happened now? Oh my god. I'm gonna kill
Chicha, are you a fan of Micah?
Can I center this? I guess that's gonna be okay? I guess?
It looks fine.
Alright, cool. I stepped outside after telling Mom I'd be back in a bit. She had only given me a distracted nod. God, I'm sorry. This thing is bugging me. Let me fix it. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm gonna
fine.
put it. I'm gonna like center it like this, cause I want to
Is
have
that
our
the-
heads show up more.
Is that the only reason you like him, Chicha?
Center. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now let's just move you up a bit. There we go. And then move you over here. And then...
Fair enough.
If anything, you look bigger than me now.
Yeah, well, that's the art style.
Yeah. Alright, now it looks better. Okay. The halls were buzzing with activity. People in and out of uniform were standing around, or wandering around. Doors hung open while people laughed, cried, shouted, and even sang. I noticed a sign on the wall pointing towards the community center, so I followed it. I turned a corner and ran into something odd.
That's not the word.
Solid. Fuck. What am I doing today? Can I just not read today? I don't know. Oh! He's something solid, alright.
Lauren!
Kill me. What? I stumbled a step back and hands clasped my shoulders. Are you alright? The man released his grip after a moment and studied me briefly. His words surprisingly gentle and as his grip had been.
Shut up, Checha.
Don't worry, I'll read for you. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry about that. I should watch where I'm going and watch what I'm saying. It's quite alright, but you should try to be more alert. He started to walk away, so I spoke up to stop him. Is this the right way to the community center? You're heading to the newcomer orientation? I was just trying to see if I could find it, and then I'm going back to get my mother. That's a good plan. You're more likely to remember the location if... Oh. He held his hand out to me. Forgive me, I'm Dr. Micah Everett. You might see me around the clinic. I'm Lauren. Doctor? Yes, that's me. I should have introduced myself earlier. Unfortunately, I am a bit distracted at the moment. He smiled slightly, so I nodded and tried not to show how thrown off I was by his polite tone. I suppose I'll need to decide on some kind of job. They're supposed to tell us more at orientation. Or at the orientation. Don't worry. They plan to have open houses for each career so everyone can learn more about them. You wouldn't happen to have any medical knowledge, would you? We can always use people like that in the clinic. I don't want to work. No, I'm kidding. I guess I have some. Because I don't want to lie to him. I've had to treat a few illnesses and injuries. Nothing extreme, though. Kind of hard to get doctors for minor stuff on the surface. That's a great start, though. I'm surprised that didn't level me up or anything. We were both quiet for a moment. I started to feel awkward.
Awkward.
Hey, Ash, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
I suppose I should let you get back to what you were doing. Sorry for running into you. It was lovely meeting you, Lauren. I'm sure I'll see you around. He smiled and continued on his way. He had been a bit distant, but friendly. It seemed friendly if you got past the formal way he spoke. I went back to following the signs until I realized they did indeed lead directly to where I needed to go.
Who would have thought?
Wow!
Hello, Ash. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I went back to get Mom, and then we headed to the community center together. Wee!
We've done both of these before. It's mostly just who you want to interact with in a blurb eye.
I don't remember who is with... No, wait. Micah is
Gloria and Jude.
Yeah, Gloria and Jude. We'll talk to Jude. Fuck Gloria. Nobody cares about Gloria.
Hello, Jude.
Hi, Jude. It's nice to meet you. Did that sound awkward? He was looking at me with an intense gaze.
And you are. And that's it.
And that's it. Sleep.
Well, Jude likes us.
Yeah.
Good night.
I waved my mother off and mumbled that I planned to go back to sleep.
Suit yourself. At least get up in time for the career open houses.
I don't wanna, Mom. Let me sleep.
I'll assume that means yes, Mother, I love you.
I closed my eyes and heard the click of the door closing before I fell back asleep. Or to sleep. I woke up a few hours later. The room was quiet, but I could hear some commotion outside. I sat up and glanced around the room, but Mom had not returned. I couldn't imagine what she was doing at the community center. It was already early afternoon. I took a breath and reminded myself not to worry. We were safe in here. I got up and grabbed my keys. It couldn't hurt to go check on her. As I got ready, I continued to hear noises outside my room. My heart began to race. My heart began to race, and I quickened my movements. I grabbed the handle and opened the door, trying to steel myself for what I would find outside. Hey, Ducky, how are you? I hope you're doing well this fine evening. We're playing As We Know It, which basically we're going to be romancing people today, so hee hee. A couple stood watch as two security officers worked on one of the doors. I mean, I feel like this is just a way to talk to Eva, so I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to talk to Eva.
So
somebody, yeah. Hey, what are they doing?
Oh, I locked us out. They're opening the doors for us.
I nodded and watched for a moment. They're using some kind of device to slide in between the door and frame. It beeped and the door popped open. The couple began to cheer and thank the security officers, so I backed up and left. It was a relief that all the noise had such an inane cause.
No, Eva.
I know. No, Eva, I'm sad.
It's okay. Pat, pat.
I tried. The hallways towards the community center were lively. They were narrow, but people had their doors propped open, and everyone was chatting and sharing gossip. Stories of the past were shared along with hopes for the future. No one worried about power failures or dust storms. No one eyed each other with heavy suspicion. Everyone here had gone soft. I wanted to be soft.
Well, they will in like 2 months.
Yeah. I shook the uncomfortable thoughts away. The din escalated until... Is that right? The din? Okay, I don't know. But the din escalated until I reached the community center, which seemed very busy. I walked in and saw a lot of people wandering around and socializing.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Oh my god, Ash. Alright.
Come on.
Oh no. Oh my god. I no longer exist, apparently. But still, get fucked, homophobes! I will exist eventually! That wasn't my best Eva, because it's been a while, but... Anyway, there were a lot of newcomers who I sort of recognized from the orientation. They stood near the bulletin board, looking over all of the career and volunteer positions. The air felt stale and dry. People who seemed less haggard eyed us newcomers with open curiosity and a bit of apprehension. I took a deep, shuddering breath and shook it off. I could deal with the odd looks later. Right now I need to find Mom. I need to make sure she hadn't gotten herself into some kind of trouble.
I think trouble got into her, you know what I'm saying?
Ah! Oh, God.
The mayor. I mean the mayor.
No, I know. I know. I walked around for maybe an hour, nodding and trying not to bump into anyone, or before finding her. Of all the people in Camden, she sat next to the fucking mayor. They were in a rather large group of people engaged in a discussion. Mother.
Oh, Lauren. Everyone, this is my daughter.
Everyone turned to look at me, and I tried to smile, not showing how awkward I felt with all these eyes on me. I woke up and came to find you. What's up?
Rick is here to address everyone's questions. We're also new to this kind of life.
I ignored her, calling the mayor Rick. She was smitten, alright. Her eyes practically beamed up at me. Please have a seat and join us. I shook my head. I had no desire for more of his speeches right now. Mom was safe, and I was hungry. No thanks. I'm going to get something to eat, and then probably decide which open house to attend.
Okay, honey. I'll be along shortly.
I nodded and started to leave. I glanced over the board, something caught my eye. There were postings that appeared more recent. Some of the career leaders were advertising their open houses. God damn it, I thought I was safe.
You had to meet her.
Oh, sorry, continue.
You had to meet her somehow, and you skipped out on coffee.
A pretty girl with... No, I'm sorry. A horrible-looking girl with cold brown eyes walked in and stood beside me.
Jesus.
Yep. Fuck you, Gloria.
I don't believe we've met. I'm Gloria.
Hi, Gloria.
Have you chosen a career yet?
Not yours. I blinked. She was talking to me. I opened my mouth, but wasn't sure what to say. She left me a little breathless. No, she didn't. No, I don't think so.
We could always use some great people in the community affairs department.
I know, you're not one of them. I'm not sure what I'm suited for yet. I probably wouldn't be very good at it because you're here.
Jeez.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'll keep it in mind, but I don't want to rush into a decision.
Of course. There's still plenty of time.
What's it like to work in community affairs?
Lots of fun. It can be a bit hectic, of course. It's hard to keep everyone happy. Well, actually, that's impossible. Trying to please as many people as possible with the big events can get exhausting.
She shrugged and laughed her words away.
But I enjoy it.
She glanced away and chewed on her lip. She looked like she wanted to say something.
It's your lip teeth.
Hell no, I'm not saying that. Is everything alright? No, I'm not saying that. I'm waiting until I romance her for that, which Is everything alright? She nodded and took a deep breath.
I just have a lot of work to do. I should probably get started on some of it.
Yeah, leave me alone. I'm kidding. I won't keep you. I'm sure you'll have help soon.
We can only hope. It's nice meeting you. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other. This place isn't really that large.
I wish it was larger. I smiled and gave her a little wave as she walked away. I was starting to get hungry, and coffee alone just wasn't going to be enough. There was some food waiting for me at home that was fresh and sand-free. Apples! I ducked into the hallway and made my way through the people going about their day. Getting home wasn't too hard. What's up? Once Lauren has to date Gloria, I hope their mutual hate of the mayor will help them get along. Oh my god. Probably. I ducked into the hallway and made my way through the people going about their day. Getting home wasn't too hard. I just followed the signs that led towards my block. Everything was actually laid out really well.
Hooray!
Hooray! Eva!
She exists again!
Yay, she exists again! A dark-haired, beautiful woman approached me with a big smile and stuck her hand out to me. I'm Eva. Are you interested in joining up with security? Yes, but I can't do it again, sadly. I shook her hand and introduced myself, but wasn't sure what else to say.
Whee! You want her to take you on a tour?
Yeah, take me on a tour!
You're not. You're a criminal.
Shows what you know, buckaroo.
Gun?
Probably not safe. Ask for clarification.
A book?
Something easy and relaxing. Tales of jerks in love and met back up with Mom. I almost didn't recognize Micah in his full uniform. When our eyes met, he leaned forward slightly and spoke softly. Lauren, I'm so pleased that you were able to come by. He turned to the others, blah, 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 blah. Ask Micah what's bothering him.
Oh,
Go
hi, Jude.
home. I wasn't want to say, no, I need to be fair. I'll go home. I'm sorry, Jude.
Hi, Jude.
I'm sorry. I shook off the weird urge to follow him and headed home. Whatever was making me antsy could go away if I took a nap. I still had time before open houses. Or before
It's almost like
open
we were
houses.
lovers in another life.
Yeah. That's what the weird urge was. I sat on my bed and savored the quiet. I looked around at the room and felt a heavy sadness settle over me. My breath shuddered I felt tears coming. No! I buried my face in my hands and let my emotions crash over me. I knew I'd feel better if I didn't fight it. No! There were too many emotions dancing through my heart, all of them confusing. After a few moments, I felt lighter, but also really tired. I curled up into my bed and hoped Mom would wake me if I fell asleep. I was done with today, but I still needed to go to an open house. I had to only doze for a blah blah blah. Be blunt.
Have a blunt, Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria, have a blunt. Don't do drugs, kids. I love to exercise. I guess. I don't remember this option. Seemed a little uptight, but whatever.
Hello.
Just wanted to see what it was like. See you later. I'm sorry, Jude, in another life.
It's not like it's gonna bring your heart down.
I know. I'm good. Great, thanks for asking. Really? Yeah, really, I'm just tired. Right, I'll see you later, Lauren. She called out a farewell to my mother and left. Bye, Eva! I grabbed one of my mom's books, Sexy Man number 5, and headed to bed. What the hell?
Headed to bed, you say?
Oh my god.
Nothing.
If I must. Micah! Micah was sipping coffee and looking over the refreshment table with a very serious expression on his face. Hey, Micah. Why am I yawning? Oh my god. Good afternoon, Lauren. Is the coffee good? It's sufficient, as always. I like to add lots of sugar to mine. How about you? I'd like some sugar and cream. I like to cut the bitterness. I like some coffee with sugar and cream. I grabbed a cup to show him how I liked it, then took a sip. How are you enjoying the festival? It's okay, I guess. It's not like we had anything like it on the surface. The concept is nice, but I would prefer to be home, reading. I don't get a lot of free time. How do you normally like to spend it? What do you do? Oh, in various ways. I stay home and read. Sometimes I go to the library and read. Sometimes I sit in Icarus and read. Ah, so you're a reader. That's it? What else would I do? Was there something you had in mind? Nerd. Oh, I'm gonna be smooth. Maybe we could hang out sometime. Play a board game or something.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wonk. We could play some Twister.
Get out. I'm taking your stream.
No! No, not my stream!
Sending you to horny jail.
No! I'll have to think it over. I do get bored sometimes. I would prefer if I drink up. Ah! Why am I yawning? Oh my god. I do get bored sometimes. I would probably find your company enjoyable. He looked down at his feet, then back up at me.
All the people we like are anxious beans. And then there's Gloria.
Yep, then there's Gloria. Fuck Gloria. I've been told that I am not very good company, though. I'll just have to see for myself. I'm sure that isn't true. Ah, thank you. Holy shit, why do I keep yawning? Micah smiled softly and began to ask me a series of inane questions that went along with the typical small talk. It was enjoyable, though. I liked listening to the elegant way he spoke. Should I add an accent to his voice, or is this just fine? Because
I think you've got a good proper sound to you.
Alright, cool. Cool. I looked over at all the setup sheets. Time to pick something and get it over with. Medicine! I signed up for medicine. I may need to brush up on my first aid. Go home.
Should I stay or should I go?
I'm gonna go back home. I was tired, wanted to go home, sooner the better. Never been around so many people so often on the surface. It was overwhelming, but Mom seemed completely comfortable with the change. It made me wonder if something was wrong with me. She was fitting in so well, and I felt so out of place. I made excuses to Mom in the mirror, and I left. I needed some peace and quiet. Called in the bed and went to sleep. I'm actually gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna get something to try and wake me up a little more, because I don't know why I'm tired. I don't know. It's weird.
Do it. So, chat, how are you? How's it going? What's been going on in your life?
I am back with a nice iced coffee. Hee.
Iced coffee?
Iced coffee, indeed. Thank you for the stretch, cha-cha, and the hydrate.
Hooray!
You got some really good ice cream. What kind of ice cream did you get?
Oh, dang.
But we could go to the community center, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play charades.
We're gonna be spending time with Iris. I'm gonna have to break out the voice.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that southern drawl. Alright. I walked into the clinic for my first day, and Iris handed me a crisp blue uniform.
We do regular laundry here. Dr. Everett likes to keep things sanitary.
I mean, you're in a clinic, you should probably want to keep everything sanitary.
Yeah, but standards are a bit lower, so...
Yeah, I guess. She pointed me
You want to make sure everyone's on the same page.
That's true. She pointed me towards a room I could change in.
Wow, coconut and mango.
Ooh, interesting.
No.
No. cute. When I returned, she began to lead me around and explain what my general duties were.
Today won't be anything too taxing. Mostly paperwork. And Dr. Everett will want to ask you a few questions.
Alright, just tell me where to get started. She sat me down at a desk and gave me a small stack of papers to fill out that mainly pertained to my health. Eventually, Micah walked over and sat with me. Are you having any problems with the paperwork? No, it's pretty simple stuff. If you find someone laying on the ground, what do you check first? Their breathing. What? It's a basic question to test your first aid knowledge. I need to know if you can skip over the extra studying or not. Well, okay then. So if you find someone laying on the ground, what do you check first? Their pulse. Yeah, that's it. Not breathing. Pulse.
Are you sure about that?
I'm wrong, aren't I? It's if they're breathing, isn't it?
I may have picked that my first time, too.
Really? Okay, so yeah, breathing then. See if they're breathing. Does see if they need CPR. That's correct.
You were right the first time.
That's right. That's correct. Good job. I can move you on to the more advanced stuff, and you can start working in the clinic. Really? Just that one question?
Yeah.
Really? Don't you think there's other questions you need to ask me? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna think too deep into it. Michael left me to finish filling out the paperwork, and then my first day seemed over.
So, we going to the library this time?
Yeah. Let's read a... Ooh, what does he like? Maybe he likes...
I don't think it pertains to anything. It's just what you want to read.
Romance.
Check out their vast book things that they put in.
Yeah.
Their titles.
We can go over romance, I guess. I really wanted to borrow moth chowder. Okay. Interesting choice. Leave a note. After I found moth chowder, I sat by Iris as she talked my ear off while patients came in. Luckily, no one came in with anything life-threatening. Every time the door opened, it felt like the whole room tensed up. Micah was busy dealing with some small checkups, while Iris walked back and forth between filling medications and trying to tell me how to organize the appointment schedule.
Now, honey, don't fret a second. You'll get the hang of all this sooner than you think.
I hope so.
Oh, come on, darling. You only just started at this job. If you already knew your way around, I'd have to worry about Dr. Everett replacing me.
She put a hand on her hip and smiled brightly at me.
Now let me show you how to fill these medication forms again. Dr. Everett is real stickler about it.
She showed me how and left me to do it while she got back to work. At least I felt like I was helping.
Ray.
Library. See what Trevor was up to. Brian was here again. He was leaning heavily against the counter and smiling at Trevor. As far as I could tell, Brian was the only person who had any affection for the librarian. He spoke to me without even looking over. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Brian. I was Trevor too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go on then. Trevor was sorting through some papers and appeared to be willfully ignoring Brian. He had no problem telling anyone off, so I assumed if Brian really bothered him, he would say something.
Yeah, your Trevor voice is basically Micah with a little less fancy.
Yeah. I rolled my eyes at Trevor and I rolled my eyes at Trevor and retreated into the shelves. I made a show of heading towards the back of the library, but then I quickly looped around. Why was Brian always hanging out here?
They're gay, Karen.
Yeah. When I got close enough to overhear them, I stood as quietly as possible. It's getting late. I know, right?
Ryan, you sound high.
I know, because I am high. Hey, why? I'm actually really busy today, so you should just go home already. Yikes. There's a heavy quiet between them. I'll stop by tomorrow, okay? You never borrow any books. Why do you even come here?
Because he likes you!
Yeah! I think you know why, but I suppose I could try to make it more obvious. I covered my eyes, I couldn't see them, but it looked like things were becoming a bit more intimate. I suppose I had my answer, though I didn't understand why Brian was so smitten when Trevor seemed nothing but annoyed. I told you, just go. I'm busy. Alright, if you really want me to. I do. I could hear Brian leaving, and I ducked back through the shelves so I can find a book. Trevor would melt me with his death glare if I saw that I had been eavesdropping. Something was going on between them, and whatever it was seemed complicated. I peeked out and saw that Trevor looked extra evil, so I left without bothering to check out a book.
Dang.
Damn. It was just another day in the clinic. I cleaned and sanitized the unused patient rooms. Same old, same old. Library. Pretend to go but alert Trevor. Because fuck you, Gloria.
And it played out pretty much the same.
Yeah. I walked in and saw an alarming commotion. Micah and Iris were attempting to restrain a large and angry man. Sir, I cannot help you.
No! No!
Iris was fervently trying to duck as the man swung his arms around. Lauren. I met Micah's eyes and he motioned towards some equipment on the counter. I rushed over and saw a tray with some tools and medications. One was a syringe, so I grabbed it. I brought it over and held it up to Micah. Good, good. The arm. Quick.
What do you think you're doing?
I stuck the needle into his fleshy forearm and injected the solution. The man grew furious and managed to free himself from Iris's grasp. He turned on me and swung his fist back. Micah moved so fast I didn't realize what had happened until the man was on his knees, his swing useless. Oh! Ooh! Damn! Sir, do not attempt to harm my staff. I will not warn you again.
Ooh.
Damn! Alright. The man looked up at all of us, glaring, but his moments were a little sloppy.
I see you, Micah.
Yeah, I see you, Micah. Alright. He tried to get up, but slumped over into the ground. Okay, what the fuck?
I love that that's lines there.
Mm-hmm.
This old fool!
Mr. Clark wasn't taking his diagnosis? What the fuck? Oh my god. Mr. Clark wasn't taking his...
Micah voice.
I'm sorry, I was so stupid.
It's happened.
Oh god, taking his diagnosis well, I'm afraid. Oh god. So, wait, did you just clip that?
What?
Oh, I thought for a second you tabbed back and clipped it.
No, I just accidentally
Oh
minimized
no, you're
it.
good. You're good. I thought that was gonna be so funny if you did.
Now
Anyway,
Chicha probably will.
probably. So he threw a huge ass fit. Oh wait, he threw a huge ass fit.
A huge ass fit. Oh.
Oh god, what am I doing today? Oh man.
Now it's definitely going in the highlight reel.
Oh god.
Big old baby. Who does he expect drinking like he does? You see the same drunk that gets thrown out, potentially?
Oh, yeah. I have advised Mr. Clark to no longer consume alcohol, but he ignored me, and so I was forced to bring the matter up with Sam at Icarus.
Wasn't happy when he learned he was cut off.
Iris dusted herself off, then kicked the unconscious man. Micah gave her a look, but she huffed and walked away. So, I shall call security. Lauren, are you alright? I will let security know that he attempted to strike you. Yeah, I'm fine. How'd you bring him down so fast?
It's okay, Cha-Cha. You're spared this time, Lauren.
I'm spared. He smiled sheepishly. The syringe you administered had a sedative in it, and a swift force to the back of his knees was sufficient to bring him down and throw his assault off balance.
Dang. Sorry, Cha-Cha.
Badass, Doc. He chuckled and waved me off.
He duckled?
Duckled. Yep, that's... Oh, boy. He chuckled and waved me off.
I'm just giving you a hard time now.
I know. Please, resume your duties while I take care of this miscreant. I went back to work with Iris, while Micah called security about Mr. Clark. Not exactly how I expected the day to go, but it was interesting anyway.
Anyway, library.
Library! See what Trevor was up to. I walked in and saw Bri making Trevor laugh. I stumbled at the sight, knocking into a table and disturbing a display. They both looked over at me, and Trevor's mirth died immediately.
Just gonna stop for a moment so we can all appreciate Trevor actually smiling for once.
Aww, I didn't even see that.
Because the minute I click, he's gonna go away.
Yeah, sadly.
And...
Gone. What do you want? I gave the table a careful tap and tried to put the display back as it had been. I failed. Trevor, she's probably here to borrow a book. Whatever, get one and get out. I must have imagined seeing Trevor amused. The scowl on his face seemed much more natural. Don't be so unfriendly. That's why no one but me ever comes here. Brian's voice was dripping with flirtation, and Trevor blushed and crossed his arms. Aww, we're gonna leave him alone. I rolled my eyes and decided to ignore Trevor. I just came for a book. We'll go for fantasy. Grabbed The Rise of the Hawks to borrow and left.
Since we're in the library so much, I might as well let you choose the books.
Yeah.
Choose your humor.
Yeah. I inventoried the medications and wrote up orders for anything that we were low on. There were dartboards, pool tables, card tables, and even a jukebox.
Wow.
Hand, blah blah blah. Shoot. Find an empty booth? I walked around until I located what appeared to be an empty booth, but when I got closer, I saw that it was occupied by Micah. His face was hidden by a book, and he was pressed against the wall as far as he can get. There were a few empty glasses scattered in front of him. I couldn't fight the curiosity and decided to investigate. Dr. Everett? Michael lowered the book to look at me. He cleared his throat. Oh, he's blushing! Miss Phillips. What ya doing? He set his book on the table and cocked his head slightly. I'm enjoying the party. I tried not to smile, but I failed. I should request your company. He pointed at the seat beside him. He was still attempting to be ultra polite, but the alcohol was making it difficult. I sat down with him and he closed his book. What were you reading? An old favorite. Do you have a favorite book?
Jeez, I wonder.
Romance. Fuck it.
Is that? Or do you not really have a preference?
I don't really have a preference, honestly. I'm a big fan of A Palm in the Twilight. I am unfamiliar. Perhaps I will look for it at the library.
I don't know if you want to. It's got sexy people on it. I've only read it because Mom had it.
Yeah. It's not the library. I own that one. I found it in one of those large metal boxes. Metal boxes? Yeah, in the ruins down south from here. He nodded and he seemed lost in thought for a moment.
Metal boxes.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I've been there, but it was long ago. You can borrow it, if you want. He raised his brow and looked at me, snapping out of whatever memory was clouding his mind. Would you loan it to me? Then I should loan one to you. He looked down at what he was reading and handed it to me. Here. I insist. In exchange, loan me A Palm in the Twilight. He smiled and took his book. As I looked down, I saw the slightest hint of something on his arm beneath his clothes. Whoa, do you have a tattoo? He jerked his hands back and scooted away from me.
No. Must have grown out of his rebellious phase.
Yeah, poor baby. No.
It says no regrets. Don't look at it.
But I will see you at work, Lauren. Please excuse me, though. I have had too much to drink, and I must retire for the evening. I sat for a minute before realizing he wanted me to move. He was trapped until I did. Please. I moved to let him out. Save. And... Did I upset you? That didn't change anything with Micah, did it?
No.
Okay. No, of course not. I'm simply too inebriated, and I must leave. Have a good night. He left in a hurry, his movements a little sloppier than usual. I couldn't help but wonder what he had been so freaked out about. The night wore on, it was time to go. People were leaving, the music was turned down, and Sam looked like she was ready to start physically kicking people out of the bar. Go to the clinic. Now that I had easy access to a clinic and medicine, I should take advantage of it. I also could take the book I promised to lend Micah, or leave it for him if he wasn't there. It was still early enough that the hallways were deserted. It was quiet, which was nice considering my headache. I walked into the clinic. It was dark, and for a moment I thought it was empty. Then I heard someone clear their throat and approach. The clinic is not open yet. I saw him, but he wasn't looking at me, just down at a stack of papers. Oh, sorry. Micah stopped and looked up. Lauren, I did not realize it was you. You weren't meant to work today, were you? Not today, no. I've just got a pounding headache, so I was hoping that you'd have something for it. Of course, come with me. He led me forwards no! He led me towards, oh my god, what is wrong with me? He led me towards the medical supply closet and opened it. He pulled out a jar and handed me 2 pills.
There.
I'm trying. Fortunately for us, Camden has its own... You're not gonna believe what I was about to say. I was about to say fucking Canada.
Canada has its own lab. Good for Canada.
Oh god. Camden has its own lab. Less to trade for, I assume. Oh, yes, thank you. These will be great. Oh, and I have your book. My book? You loaned it to me at the party last night. He was probably too drunk to remember, Lauren. Come on now. So, that is where it had gone. He sighed and his shoulders relaxed a bit. He smiled at me. I was afraid that I had misplaced it. Do you want me to go get it, or... No, please. Return it to me after you've read it. Here, it's the book I promised to loan you. I pulled the paperback out of my pack and handed it back to him. You promised to loan me a book? Don't remember much about last night, do ya? I'm afraid not. Tease him.
Oh no, he didn't like that.
No, go back! No, go back! No!
I'll go back, but do you want to see this first?
Sure, you were dancing naked on the tables? What the hell? Micah frowned amused. Hell no. No, Lauren. No, Lauren. Wait, that's like way far back. I was about to say. Alright, yeah. Remind him. Don't worry, you didn't do anything too weird. We talked about books for a bit, and then you went home. Oh, after giving me your book to borrow. Right, that does sound like me. Thank you for... I'm not sure, actually. He looked a bit confused, but shook it off. Michael led me towards the exit, and we said our goodbyes. I feel like we shouldn't bring up the tattoo. I feel like we just shouldn't. Don't know why, but I just feel like we shouldn't. But I was starting to feel a lot better. Micah!
Oh no!
Oh no. I wandered into the library and saw Micah arguing with Trevor. I stopped to watch. I will not. Tell the mayor to send me more couriers for out there. Tell the mayor to send more couriers? Couriers? Out for books, if the need is so great. Look, I'm just the messenger. If he wants them so badly, he will have to approach me personally. And unlike some... Look, they're rare. You know that as well as anyone else here. Why are you being so selfish? Micah? Selfish? I wouldn't think to describe him like that. They are mine, and I will not hand them over to be used as paperweights or... Right, got it. Micah took a breath and turned around sharply, almost running into me. His eyes widened a bit, and he took another breath. Pardon me, Lauren. I am afraid I am not in a very sociable mood. I opened my mouth to say, what? I had no idea. He left before I could attempt to say anything, though. Fucking hell. What was all that about? Kai's got a nice little collection of books, and the mayor wants him to donate them to the library. They've been fighting over it forever. Micah shouldn't have to hand them over. They belong to him. Why should he have to hand them over like that? Well, it's between him and the mayor. I really wish they would keep me out of it. I shrugged and looked for a book to borrow. We'll go for... horror. I grabbed Zombie Holmes and the Giant Crabs and left. Micah was in the hallway, pacing slightly. When he saw me, he stopped and approached. Lauren, I just wanted to apologize. I may have been short with you, and that wasn't fair of me. It's alright. What was that all about? It would be interesting to hear Micah's side of the story. I have a small collection of books that I have acquired over time. Some were gifts. They're important to me, but the mayor would have ripped them from me. Or would have them ripped from me. I'm aware that the mayor would like to add to the library, but if he wishes to do that, then he should send couriers out, not force them from Camden citizens with some kind of propaganda-inspired guilt trip.
Goodness.
He took a slow and deep breath. Well, he can't make you hand them over, can he? Not if he wants to maintain that illusion of freedom he has cultivated.
Damn!
Whoa! He smiled at me sheepishly. Please ignore my rantings. I tend to get lost into my own thoughts. It's fine. I can see you're very passionate about your books. I suppose I am. I smiled and then we fell into an awkward silence. I didn't know what else to say, and Michael still seemed to smile, or a little.
Did you just say Michael?
No. Did I?
Whenever I heard it wasn't Micah.
Oh my god, and Micah still seemed a little on edge. God, I'm going crazy. So, I've got to head back home.
It's okay, we're crazy together.
Yeah. Right, it was a pleasure to see you again.
Thanks, Chicha.
Oh my god, what is wrong? It's literally just as we know it. I know I make mess ups in like other visual novels and stuff, but it's not this bad. What? I nodded, not sure how to respond other than to wave and leave. We'll leave now with Mom, I guess. Yeah, see what Trevor's up to. When I walked to the library, I noticed Trevor at the counter as always. Brian said hi and Trevor grunted. Nothing unusual there. I walked down an aisle in time just to see someone tuck a book into their bag. Our eyes met and theirs widened. They darted back out of sight. Shit. Book thieves? Really? Fucking hell. Maybe they were just putting the book into their bag until they got to the counter. No! No! I could say something to Trevor, but I didn't know the consequences for stealing a book. Say something to Trevor. I knew he probably wouldn't appreciate me talking to him, but he would also probably want to know. I groaned and walked slowly back to the counter. Trevor. What? I saw someone put a book in their bag. Not sure if they were planning to borrow it or not.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. A darkness passed in Trevor's eyes, and I took a step back. Who? I tried to describe the guy, and he jotted down what I said. Even Brian seemed surprised by the menace emanating from Trevor. He probably finds that hot. Lauren, remind me never to steal from the library. Right. I quietly handed Trevor my book selection, and he made note of it and handed it back. With that over, I headed home.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. I checked people in and made notes for Micah to go over when he got to them. Help, Trevor.
We got ya.
I walked into work and saw Micah and Iris sitting in the waiting area reading. Not a lot going on today? Not at the moment, but that could change. He looked back down at his book and turned a page.
I'm so bored. Lauren, play a game of cards with me or something?
There really is nothing to do today? No cleaning or... Iris flinched and Micah lowered his book.
Why would you say that?
Lauren, thank you for reminding me. This is an excellent opportunity to sanitize the medical storage room. Why would you say that? Iris groaned.
I'll get right on it.
We all will. Come on, Lauren. If we leave the door open, we'll be able to hear if anyone walks in. Iris stood up, sighing dramatically, and walked over to the closet. Micah seemed not to notice or care and followed her.
Sorry, Iris.
Sorry, Iris. We managed to get to the supply closet in really good shape, just as a few people walked in needing the clinic. Work was over and I had some time to kill. Library! Hey guys, what's new?
Same old, huh?
We got 2 new books in today. Really? That's a big deal. They aren't ready to be checked out yet. He wants to clean them up and repair them a bit. They won't last long if I don't reinforce the bindings. What are they? What kind of books, I mean? One is a really old children's book. The other is some kind of thriller, I think. 'Cause this is Thriller Night!
Yep, it's Michael Jackson's biography.
Yes. I'll know for once I'm done, or I'm finished with them. Still, new books, that's great. Oh, come on, don't act so surprised. What do you mean? Brian, it's not a bad thing. Don't look at me like that. Lauren, we're friends here, right? Yeah, I guess. So then tell us what's going on between your mom and the mayor. Ooh, she's his assistant or whatever? That isn't what he means. What exactly do you think is going on between them? I guess that means the rumors aren't true, unless Camila likes to keep secrets from her daughter. What rumors? That the mayor and Camila are becoming close, like really close.
I hate you.
I know. I glowered? Huh. At him, I hadn't heard the rumors, but I wasn't an idiot. I knew Mom had a bit of a crush on him, but could it be mutual?
Could it?
What would that have to do with the books? The mayor added books as an item of desire for the scavengers and couriers. Before, they weren't actively looking for them, but now they are. Rumor has it that the change of heart is because of Camila.
Rachel!
Rachel! Hi!
Hello!
Why are my bits not going off? The fuck? Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. That's weird. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Hi, Rachel, how are you? But anyway.
Hello.
Gee, but I shuddered. So, is there anything going on between the mayor, or is there anything going on with the mayor and your mom? Anything at all?
You're one to talk, Brian.
Exactly, fucking Brian.
I'm good, Rachel. How are you?
I'm good, Rachel. I keep messing up my words and being stupid. That's normal, though. Not that I know of.
Oh yeah, Rachel. You missed when a big guy was throwing a huge ass fit. Not a huge ass fit, a huge ass fit.
No.
Oh, hang on.
Oh god. I don't know what is up with me today, but I am just I'm fine, I swear. I just checked Discord, Rachel.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Had to check in on something.
Ah, okay. No problemo. I don't know if I read this part, but I signed my excuses so I could leave.
Bye.
Bye! Library. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I think we suggested horror last time. How about
So let's
drama?
suggest a drama. I recommend No Alternative Reality. Or Remedy. Fuck! I can't! Ah! Fantasy. Or, then I suggest the Final Rhino. Whenever you say you're playing As We Know What I think of this song. I'll have to play it off stream because it's probably copyrighted, but cool. Outside of the clinic, of course. We backed up and blah blah blah. Micah! Mom got out of bed, and sat at the table. Oh, what was going on here? I forgot.
Hang on a sec.
What?
That was weird. It asked us to hang out with Micah and suddenly we're here?
That is a little weird. Did it skip? I mean, I don't
Both say
think
day 4. I think it might have been like there was one person on my mind.
yeah, probably.
Alright.
I don't.
I think he's at the entrance.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Micah, yeah. Rachel, I'm probably not gonna be able to play that on stream because it's copyrighted.
Whoops.
Do you want me to play that on stream? Because I don't know if I can. That's why I'm like iffy.
Lauren.
Yeah.
I clicked too soon, so here.
Okay, alright. Do you record As We Know It streams? I mean, Rachel, you know what I do is I just download the VODs later, right? I don't record while I'm streaming.
It's being recorded.
Yeah. Because Twitch records it and then uploads it as a VOD afterwards.
Please read this line.
Oh, sorry. Micah, I'm so glad to see you.
There we go.
Oh, I was just worried about you. Your concern is very comforting, Lauren. Do you know what's happening? They can't let anyone in.
What?
But in that case, what happens if you play it? 1, I get the chance of a copyright strike on my on Twitch, and 2, it'll the portion of the stream will be muted for the VOD. Yeah.
Oh, Twitch's copyright thing involving music is a mess.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I probably can't play that, but I'll listen to it off stream. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they just updated it too with some weird shit. Let me see if I can find it.
What was the new thing, like 3 strikes
Yeah.
lead can eventually go away, but you could still get a ban. Aw, the comedy got muted.
Yeah, the, Your Turn to Die comedy thing got muted. And I thought that was very odd. I mean, I could, but the fact that it's like straight up music, I don't know if it'll actually give me a claim or not.
We don't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's why. Because I didn't even think friggin' comedy sketch could get muted, but here we are. But luckily
Why,
it wasn't
Lauren?
like a strike.
Why?
I'm I'm sorry, Rachel. I'll just watch it off stream. Give me another video since you used the points. Give me something else to watch because you used the points. Unless you want me to just refund them. But anyway, why? Too many. The power station fell. The storm's too big. I came up here to assist the injured coming in. No, I didn't get a strike for it, but it still did get muted. I didn't even think it would get copyright striked. Or not copyright striked, just, you know, like muted in general. He clenched his fist for a moment and closed his eyes. That's awful. This world is awful, unfortunately. He glanced over at me as if really seeing me for the first time since I met him. Oh, DC, I don't know if it's just me, but like I keep hearing like a weird noise from your mic. Are you like moving it around a lot or something?
Is it that?
Yeah.
I'm clicking something.
Okay. Alright. You should go. Don't let this become a memory that will haunt you.
Yeah, ignore me.
I can't. I stood as long as I could stand it. The banging didn't let up. If I was quiet, I could hear voices calling out. I thought about my old home out there in the town. All the people's names I completely forgot about, but the doors should... No. You said the guys wanted the doors closed, and the girls wanted the doors open, so I'm glad the doors stayed closed.
Hear me out.
Yeah?
There's one ending for him where the doors should have been opened. And I say we get that out of the way first.
Okay.
It's quick and simple.
Anyway, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I'm going to watch stuff with Mom and Dad. I'm sorry, Rachel. Give me another video or something. Because you used the points. Or do you want me to just refund the points? Because you still used the points, and I want you to get your points back. But anyway, I walked in and saw that the clinic was fuller than usual today. Iris's carefully sculpted hairstyle had begun to waver, and Micah was out of sight. Where's Dr. Everett?
He's with the patient. He's with the patient since he got in.
Why? Did something happen here?
You're kidding, right?
The storm was on the surface, not down here.
Doesn't matter. People got into fights over it. Everyone's blood's running hot right now.
Well, hell.
Oh no. Good luck, Rachel.
Okay, we can watch it then.
Now help me. Or move out of the way, darling.
I nodded and followed her to lend a hand. I didn't know the storm on the surface would affect people so strongly in Camden. It was almost time for my shift to be over when Iris cornered me.
Sugar,
Iris?
can you stay late for me, honey? We're up to our eyeballs in paperwork.
Stay late. Sure, Iris, I'll stay late and help out.
Oh, sunshine, my love.
She wrapped her arms around me, squeezing me tight. I tried not to squirm away. Okay, Rachel, you said you had sent me another video. What is it? Oh, god damn it. I didn't watch this video yesterday, so I'm kind of glad you sent this to me. Because I completely forgot. Rachel, it can't... Rachel, I'm looking at it. It's not that word, is it?
What?
I don't care if it's a joke. I can't play that if it's supposed to be that word.
What is it called?
It says, I can't believe Mort said this, and I'm like, I don't... If it's what I'm thinking, I don't... No, it's fine.
It's
okay, okay. I was like, Rachel, I wanted to make sure. Okay, cool.
within POS? Okay.
I was a little worried there for a minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
Once we're over the wall, go for the males. Once we're over the wall, go for the males first. The children we can sell, and the women. The women. We will always treat with respect.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
Wow.
Oh my god.
We'll still kill the men and sell the children, but
What the fuck? And the women we will treat with respect. Oh my god. I'm so glad that evil laugh didn't turn anything worse. Oh god. But the women!
oh, the women.
Oh god. That's so fucking great. Thank you for sharing your video, Rachel.
Anyway,
I hope Nina gets better. But she wrapped her arms around me, squeezing me tight, and I tried not to squirm away.
I'll see you later, honey.
Bye! I gave her a weak wave and she left. Working late wasn't great, but Iris had seemed so tired today.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel! Did Iris ask you to work late for her? I turned and saw Micah. Yeah, she seemed tired, so I told her I would. Well, I truly appreciate the help, Lauren. He smiled at me and motioned towards the clutter of paperwork. We sat and filed out the paperwork. Micah was fairly quiet, but he seemed to be in high spirits today. You seem to be in a good mood. I wouldn't say that, but maybe I am so tired I have become a bit befuddled. I blinked. Befuddled? I simply meant that I am exhausted to the point of... He cut himself off and narrowed his eyes in thought. What was I saying? You are so tired. You're talking fancy nonsense. Am I? It's been a long few days. I have not gotten proper sleep. It has. Why don't you stop for the night and go to bed? I gently pulled the paperwork out of his hands. This can wait until tomorrow. He yawned and nodded. Right. Thank you for staying. This would have been incredibly difficult if you had gone home. Thanks. He nodded sleepily and I ushered him to exit. Once he was gone, I closed everything up and went home to get some sleep as well. Aww. Time for bed.
Hooray!
We got a heart with Micah. Woo! Oh shit, we're already 3 stars with Trevor? Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Micah. I sat at the table and stared down at the puzzle my mother had cluttered our space
Yep.
up with. Yeah. After pushing the pieces around a bit, I couldn't stand to look at it anymore. Blah.
Library.
Library! I walked in and I saw Trevor. His face was buried in a book, so he didn't bother looking up. I started to walk through the shelves before a lump caught my eye. Slumped against a far wall, hidden behind the shelves, was a sleeping Dr. Micah Everett! He's sleeping! Oh, I stepped closer and saw him clutching a book that was slowly falling from his grasp. Aww. Let him sleep. I should let him sleep. He must be exhausted. I turned away to go grab a book, but I heard a soft voice behind me. Miss Phillips? Dr. Micah. I should have said Dr. Everett. He sleepily blinked and started to get up to his feet. Would you be so kind as to tell me... Afternoon. How long have you been sleeping? A few hours or so, it would appear. Lots of late nights at the clinic? Micah chuckled a bit. Yes and no. I just have a lot on my mind since the incident the other day. I felt my mood dampen somewhat and spoke the next words softly. The mayor denying shelter to those people? Essentially, you could say I feel rather conflicted about it. On one hand, I found the mayor's authoritative style of government distasteful, especially since he projects such a strong illusion of the contrary. But then again, I hate to admit it, I really do, but perhaps his choice was the correct one. I nodded softly, not wanting to argue with Micah. Uh-huh. Forgive me, I wasn't thinking. I didn't mean they were your former neighbors. It was insensitive of me to bring it up like this. He frowned and searched my eyes. It's all right. I know you didn't mean anything by it. I tried to give him a reassuring look so he didn't think I was upset at him. It's tragic. I only hope the town was able to manage something before High Sun. Micah! Fuck! See, now I know I did it. Oh my god. Micah nodded, then touched his hand thoughtfully to his chin. It could be possible. I am unsure of the level of destruction, but if it wasn't too catastrophic. He shook his head and cleared his throat. Sorry, perhaps you would like my company on your way home? What? Micah grinned and glanced away shyly. May I walk you home? After you have chosen a book, of course. I felt some warmth spread to my face, so I turned away and grabbed a random book off of the shelf that hid any blush creeping into my cheeks. Micah peered over my shoulder. Alpha partner? I've heard that's a good one. Yeah, after I sign this out with Trevor, I'll be ready. Oh my god! I'm losing it today. This is the day I'm losing it. Oh my god. Micah paged through the book in his hand and then started towards the front where Trevor was ignoring everyone and everything. Checked out and Micah started to follow me home. God. Alright. It's so quiet here today. It feels quite peaceful. Yeah, it really does. He nodded, and then we fell into a comfortable silence. I tried not to pay attention to Micah walking so close to me, because I could feel myself blush when I thought about it. I wasn't an idiot. I knew why I was reacting this way. Mike was tall, handsome, and comforting to be around. However, now really didn't feel like the time to get lost in those types of thoughts. This is where you live?
Tall, dark, and handsome, baby.
Yeah! I had stopped in front of my door and retrieved my key without thinking about it. Oh, yep. Well, I'm glad you allowed me to accompany you. He smiled at me while I tried to remember how to unlock my door. Thanks, Doctor. Oh, that was so damn lame. Why did I say it like that? You're welcome, Lauren. I gave him a weak smile and retreated into my home before I said something else dumb. I've never felt that so hard in my life. I took a deep breath and looked down at the random book I had picked up. It would have to do. I sat on my bed and distracted myself by reading until the other thoughts drifted away. It was getting late, blah blah blah. Sit by, Micah. Give me a second. I need to quickly grab my charger from across the room. Here we go. I got it.
Hooray!
Yay! I noticed some movement and looked over to see Micah furiously massaging his temples. Headache? Unfortunately. You should consult the doctor. I smirked and he attempted a small smile. Things have become very complicated, very fast. How are you handling everything? What do you mean? Clearly, Mayor Davidson is worried about the disquiet. He will be unable to keep control over everyone if everything begins to fall apart. His decision on the matter was tragic but necessary. How so? The people he let in could have caused several security issues. They may have refused to leave and weakened our resources beyond repair. Kindness can have devastating consequences. That's so cold. I'm sorry, it really is, isn't it? He looked back towards the mayor. I've seen some dark corners of humanity. Perhaps it was left bitter with cynicism. Cynicism?
Cynicism.
There we go, cynicism. Have you? Haven't we all? He took a deep breath and turned back to me. I apologize, Lauren. I must seem very cold to you. I tried to smile to show him it was fine. I wasn't sure if I believed it was fine, but I also didn't want to argue with him. Not about this, not now. A loud, booming voice grabbed my attention. The mayor was trying to make sure everyone would hear what he was about to say. Library!
We'll never know.
I headed over to where Trevor was hiding behind a book. He didn't lower it as I approached, but he did speak. I think it was to me. Hurry up, I'm closing early today. Why? He lowered his book and looked at me. I don't have to answer to you. Alright, it's with Brian, I know. He let out a sigh that sounded more like a growl. I need some time to myself, okay? Fuck. Why is everyone so damn nosy? Why do you want to be alone? Probably shouldn't ask that. Oh, there we go. Why do you want to be all by yourself? He seemed surprised that I asked him. He blinked for a moment and then answered me. It wasn't like I was fond of anyone in that town, you know? Still, that's a harsh way to go. I just feel a little bit sad for all those people. He trailed off, his frown deepening. I keep thinking about it too. I spoke softly and we shared a look of understanding. There was a quiet moment and I realized Trevor just wanted time to process things on his own, so I moved to the shelves to give him some space. I quickly picked up a book and headed back. Comedy. I brought Ladies Woman in a Tight Spot up to him and he signed it out for me. I thanked him, he nodded, and then shooed me away.
Hello.
Hello! Is it? I guess. It seems like fun if you don't have to get up early, blah blah blah. I walked in and Iris handed me a face mask and a bucket. Then I heard the delightful sound of retching. Ah! My favorite.
Something's going around and things are getting gross around here. Do your best.
She dashed off to tend to another patient. The waiting room was full of pale people holding bags and buckets. Thank you for the posture check, Checha. I ran around and tried to keep things as clean as possible. When things finally calmed down, Iris and Micah collapsed on the only chairs in the waiting room that were clean. What is...
I think that's a typo.
I think it's supposed to say on. What is going on? So many people are sick.
What is going on?
What about two? A contagious stomach illness. I expect we'll have to have the mayor make an announcement for the infected to stay in their homes. He sighed and Iris groaned.
If people had any sense, they'd find themselves when they felt bad. I insist on going out and spreading as much as I can. Too real.
Nothing ever spread that bad on the surface. Camden is an enclosed city full of people and stagnant air. The environment is optimal for bacteria growth. Ew.
Too real.
Ugh. Gross.
Hydrate.
I hydrated.
You was right, honey.
Well, since things are finally back to normal, I'm going to take a very long shower.
No, me both.
I shall be doing similar. I really hope the worst of it has passed. Micah went over to the ways that we could prevent from catching it, and told us what to do if we did. Then we went home. Everything went into the wash as soon as I got home, including me.
Just gonna jump in the sink.
What was Trevor up to? Lauren. Trevor, where's Brian? Who knows? I figured you usually do. Trevor shrugged. Are you guys having a fight? Trevor sighed heavily. Sometimes he hangs out here, and sometimes he doesn't. I don't know where he goes otherwise. Maybe he's just at work. Does he even borrow books? Trevor actually grinned. I tried not to make any sudden movements and spook him. Sometimes, if I suggest something to him, something I think he'd like. I actually think he reads a lot of books in here already. Really? Yeah, so I have work to do. Someone came in here and screwed up the order of the non-fiction section. That's weird. Yeah. Do you want me to help? No, I'd rather do it alone. I'd get it done faster anyway. I nodded and gave him his space.
Dang.
Grab an old favorite. Ha! I grabbed Longing, your queer story, and brought it up to Trevor. Hey, Trevor, is this yours? Okay, I'll tell her.
Missing book.
I gave up. Who else would want to keep track of her? Blah, blah, blah. Today was filled with cleaning. Lots of cleaning. And then it was time to sanitize. We were dealing with stomach illness, but it seemed to be dying down a bit. I also began to lecture people who came in with a mild case, and Micah had the mayor make an announcement to have people stay home unless they were dehydrated. Hopefully things would get back to normal soon. I walked in and saw Trevor and Brian sitting quietly. Trevor was reading at his post, and Brian looked completely bored. He perked up when he saw me. Lauren, what brings you here today? Books. I headed up to the desk, and Trevor looked up from his book. Do I look like a book to you? Oh, you do! Oh no, you've been working here for so long, you're mutating! Play along.
You sure he'd like that?
Probably not, but I just want to see what it is. Oh, Brian, I think you're right. I can see the words start to form in his forehead. Trevor groaned and pinched the bridge of his nose, clearly done with the both of us. I guess you don't look like a book. But we can read you like one. Eh! I sensed some building tension behind those looks, so I decided to make my exit. It didn't change, so I think we're fine. I'll just go and pick out a book. Drama. Phantoms of Florida, yay! And I headed home, leaving Trevor and Brian to their flirting. Talk to Jude.
Oh, Jude.
Horror. Pinewood Island. I got that book. Micah. I walked into the bar and saw Micah sitting in a booth, alone. He was looking intently into a short glass of amber-colored liquid. Curious, I head over to say hi. Hey. Shh, one moment, please. He set the glass down and looked up at me. Sorry about that. Oh, Lauren. Hey, I saw you over here, so I thought I'd come over. Please sit. Join me. Allow me to buy you a drink. You don't have to do that. I insist. You've been doing excellent work in the clinic. I should reward you. Besides, it'll be a good way to get to know you.
Hope there's not a storm coming.
There's a storm coming, alright. Storm of love.
If I lose my power, I swear to God.
Because of love!
My power just cuts out.
There's too much love.
God.
Also, I know I've been spamming chat about my connection problems. No, you're okay. But it seems that I fixed it. The solution? Use Twitch Mobile. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been using Twitch Mobile.
Hooray.
Yay! Is it like a really bad storm, you think?
Eh, not too bad, but we've lost power from worse.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't realize that was my line. I sat with him and tried to discern I sat with him and tried to discern what he was thinking. God, I'm a mess.
And also what I was thinking.
Yeah. Did you know that this liquor is both beneficial and detrimental to the human body? No. It thins the blood. It has mild sedative properties which can be helpful at times. It is also capable of killing germs and has an incredibly long shelf life. Interesting. Sure. It's addictive, and it can make some people act like fools when their inhibitions are slowed. So, how many of you had tonight? Micah was drunk. I had to stop myself from laughing. I just hadn't noticed it right away. You know, I had a record player once. Nice soft music, but it was always so scratchy. Record player? Micah smiled at me and then sang a few words from a song I'd never heard of before. Aww. Sorry, I'm feeling unusually nostalgic today. That's okay. How was life on the surface for you? Not much different than anyone else's. Oh, I'm sure it was different. Life on the surface is very dividing. There are people that live quite well up above. He spoke with grimace, but then changed the subject. Anyway, I know what you meant to say. I forget what I was saying, though. Micah nodded and seemed to get lost in thought again. I was starting to wonder if maybe he had a bit too much to drink. I offered to help him home, but he refused me. Eventually I had to leave, but Sam gave a friendly nod and I knew she'd look after him.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah. We weren't sure what had caused the illness, but since it was going away, there were other things we needed to focus on that clinic. You all right in there? Blah, blah. Don't read it. Library.
Not that any of our stuff matters for this one ending,
Yeah.
but you know.
Trevor was walking along the shelves with a book in his hands, murmuring under his breath while Brian watched him. Brian stood there with a ridiculous grin on his face and seemed quite content. What you reading? I sidled up next
Yes.
to Brian and leaned on the counter as he was. I'm trying to parse this language. It looks like English, reads like English, yet it's overly poetic.
You and every other high schooler, pal.
Mm-hmm. Shakespeare? He nodded and held up the book to me. It was a worn and stained copy of sonnets. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. It's a poem about someone loving as they are, without the idealistic. Maybe he was just being funny and insulting? It's hard to say, and yet by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she bile was with false compare. We don't know much about him, so I can't really say what his initial intent was. But doesn't intent matter? He's long dead. It's what we do, it's what we do with the work now that matters.
Brian, you're getting into a deep literature discussion that's gonna get us fired up.
Mm-hmm. How can you say that? You're going to strip the whiting away.
The whiting away!
The whiting away! You're going to strip the writing away from the writer just because you can't guess at its true meaning? You could have been talking about a pet for all we know. Trevor rolled his eyes and stifled a laugh. Aw, why do I have to try and have these conversations with you? Brian only shrugged. Trevor glanced at the text one last time, then shut the book and went back to his desk. Can I see it? Trevor handed it over. The pages felt so thin and delicate. He turned to the sonnet, only marked as Sonnet 130, and read through it. It does seem rather harsh. That isn't the point. He snatched the book and huffed with frustration. The point is real love, not the idealistic fake stuff. But forget it. I'm not talking about it anymore with either of you. Brian laid on the desk and placed his chin in his hands, looking at Trevor with mischief. Then how will we learn? Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful. Ooh! I know the context of that quote, you know.
I guess it's not good.
Oh.
Hey, a smile. A smirk.
Yay! Brian grinned and Trevor turned away. He looked utterly conflicted. Does the context matter? Well, just thought I'd chat for a bit. Guess I better get going. Right, see you later, Lauren.
He acknowledged us.
Yay! I almost stumbled a bit as I walked out. He spoke gently, almost like a friend, like finally cracking through that grumpy shell of his.
Hey.
Yay!
Oh yeah, the teens.
Let's help them.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you idiots doing? Everything stopped and the teenager looked over at this new voice. Don't just stand there, call security or something. I started to say something, but blah 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 blah. Comedy!
Lord is third wheeling at this point.
At this point, I am.
What'd you say?
Comedy. I grabbed the book, Fantasy Father, and left. Trevor and Brian looked anxious for me to leave so they could talk. I walked in and started to wave at Iris, but she shook her head. Also, I think after this week, I might call it, because I am a little tired for some reason.
That's fine. We can call it after this day if you want.
Okay.
Don't bother getting settled. We gotta move.
Wait, what? Michael walked into the waiting area carrying a bag of medical supplies I had seen him take when he had to visit a patient. There is a protest going on in the community center. If things become too chaotic, my services may be required. I only hope it doesn't come to that. I will not force you to go. It may be dangerous, but your assistance would be appreciated. I'll go. It's not like I'll be useful here by myself. Micah nodded and placed a few more items into his bag.
I've never seen nothing like this in all my years here.
I suspect that this is an unrest that has been building for some time. The storm may merely have been a catalyst.
You think?
They finished gathering things and then walked out, leaving me to stay or go as I pleased. I had no idea what to think or expect, so I just followed them out into the halls.
Standard. It was still wrong.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna have a save here just in case. Because that's also a helpful point.
We returned to the clinic. It was quiet at first, but a few people began to walk in with minor injuries. Michael looked like stone as he moved. I've never seen him so... Was he angry? Iris worked quietly and also seemed to be pretty aggravated. I sat beside her and she started sorting through paperwork. Iris, does this stuff happen often down here?
No, hon, I don't. Things are starting to get heated. The grad no fights broke out.
Micah joined us looking tired. I am glad as well. You're not staffed to deal with such an influx of the injured. I'm sure we can manage. Lauren, I admire your attempt of optimism, but unfortunately, lives are lost if we can't get to people as quickly as possible. I just don't want to see more death. Oh, I'm sorry, He covered his face and sighed, letting his shoulders drop slightly. No, I'm sorry, it was wrong to be so drastic just now. I didn't mean to be harsh. He touched my shoulder gently. Iris clicked her tongue.
Doc, you gotta get some sugar, sleep, or hugs in ya. No one should be so sour.
My apologies to the both of you. Don't worry about it. You're tired. We're all tired.
Tired or not, we all got something to be doing now, don't we?
Micah nodded and we all went back to doing what we need to do. Luckily, the clinic wasn't very busy today because no one seemed to have the energy to handle anything major. Micah apologized to me again before I left, and I let him know that it was fine. It was so unlike Micah to snap at people like that. I can't imagine what's going on to make him so testy.
So unlike Micah.
Yep.
Ayy.
I got up and head out to grab coffee, blah blah blah. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're ending it here. Because I'm a little tired.
We made decent progress.
We did make decent progress.
I know exactly who you should raid.
Who am I raiding?
You should raid Pivots.
I don't... God... Do I know them?
I know them and they're doing something special.
What are they doing?
With his girlfriend, they're doing a You Laugh, You Lose couple challenge.
Oh, that's cute. Give me their channel. I'm rating them. That's cute.
Very good friend of mine. He works for Jaden and such.
Oh, that's cute.
Let me
Yeah.
DM it to you.
Yeah. I was gonna actually stream my other friend, but I mean that's pretty cute, honestly. I can't be mad at that.
Thanks for sticking around, Checha.
Yeah.
We always love having you here.
Exactly. Thank you for staying. And please show some support to these lovely people. That we're going to raid Pivots, right? And that, yeah,
yep.
Pivots. Yeah. But hopefully, I think probably maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I will probably be streaming Dead by Daylight with my friend Rennie, aka Mr. Pants, with 2 others that I don't know yet. But
Pants.
yeah.
I miss Pants.
Yeah, he's great. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with that. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.